What is up, guys? Lord Respawn here. Welcome to the video. So in today's video we're talking about some recent news and how Nintendo responded to it. So the recent news being kind of centered around Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I shouldn't say Nintendo, I should say Game Freak in particular, how Game Freak responded to it and how they're handling this entire situation. So a little background on this. Recently, it has been announced that there will be no national Pokedex in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. As you guys have probably seen on social media, people are not happy about it, right? The Pokemon community is going insane. They're freaking out and, threatening boycotting it, threatening all this stuff of just like, basically just trying to get the national Pokedex into the game. Pulling out all the stops that they think are relevant to get it into the game. Basically complaining on social media, hoping that that changes something. So they complained, and I'm talking about the community as a whole. A lot of people have complained a lot about the game, like so much that Pokemon and Game Freak decided to set out a message, an official message last night or yesterday afternoon regarding the situation and how they feel about it. So what I'm going to do is read the message and then share my thoughts on it. What are your comments on this whole situation? How they handled it, not having a national Pokedex. Drop it in the comments, but let's jump right into this. So they made this tweet on the 28th, so yesterday, and it linked to this article. Okay, so a message for Pokemon video game fans. Please see the below message from Masuda, Game Freak, the producer of Sword and Shield. Okay, so we've got it obviously there, but here is the English translation. Alright, so I'm just going to read this. Thank you to all the fans for caring so deeply about Pokemon. Recently I shared news that some of the Pokemon cannot be transferred to Sword and Shield. I've read all the comments and appreciate your love and passion for Pokemon. Pretty standard. Just like all of you, we are passionate about Pokemon, and each and every one of them is important to us. After many years of developing the Pokemon video games, this has been a very difficult decision for me. I'd like to make one thing clear: even if a specific Pokemon is not available in Sword and Shield, that does not mean it will not appear in future games. The world of Pokemon continues to evolve. The Galar region offers new Pokemon to encounter, trainers to battle, and adventures to embark on. We are pouring our hearts into these games, and we hope you will look forward to joining us on the new journey. Okay, signed Masuda. So, I mean, it's a pretty standard message, basically telling them, you're gonna have to deal with it. We're not putting all the Pokemon in these two games. That doesn't mean we're not going to get a Sword Shield Ultra or Ultra Sword and Shield variant. We're not going to get a second or a third game here that might include all of them. It's just these two particular games are not going to have every single Pokemon. And like I see both sides of it, like from a perfectionist standpoint and like completionist standpoint, like. People are mad that you can't catch them all, right? But from my point of view, like, as long as they're putting out a great game and there's a lot of content there, this isn't like the end of the world, in terms of all 800-ish plus Pokemon being in the game. But yeah, I mean, he's addressing it straight up, saying, we're not going to have all the Pokemon. We're doing everything we can to make the experience amazing, to make sure that everything is new and just enjoyable and things like that, and for people to look past so you can't catch them all, but you can catch everything that's obviously in the game. Like all the new Galar Pokemon are going to be there, and that's something that, in my opinion, I think a lot of people should look forward to. There's like, thinking about it, like there's Pokemon from Gen 2 and 3 that like I might have to like look up their names because I haven't encountered them in forever. So like, from my point of view, like there's a lot of like irrelevant Pokemon. Now maybe like for the people where their favorite Pokemon of all time and they're like legitimate big name Pokemon, like let's say Gengar was not in there. Okay, like that might be something to be like outraged about, right? But if Vanillice is not in there and people are mad about that, I think that that's a little bit extreme. And then one other thing, people saying that, the game is being rushed and, that Nintendo is kind of half-assing it. I don't believe that, like, at all. I mean, this is a totally new, a new generation. There's tons of new features. There's tons of new, there's tons of new stuff in this game, that I just don't buy all the stuff going on social media and everybody freaking out and saying sign this petition to get the national Pokedex. I just don't believe it, and I think the community is being a little bit ridiculous and not looking at this as a brand new experience and just something that is going to be a little bit different and it's going to be amazing in its own way. And I think that's what Game Freak is trying to get people to understand, is that it's not all about the national Pokedex. It's kind of about the future and the future of Pokemon. So yeah, that's just kind of my 2 cents. Drop a comment below. What do you think about this? I think I already asked that in the video. A lot going on. A lot of emotion around this topic. It's a lot of conversation going on about it. So yeah, I would love to hear from you guys. Again, more content on the way, more Pokemon content in particular on the way. But I definitely wanted to make a video addressing that Game Freak did respond to this, basically saying that it is what it is, and let's just look forward to a new title. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Later.